My ladies and gents, my lovers of history, my lovers of historians, get straight into it. I was watching a video by Steffes Cole, and one thing he said is, hold on real quick. One thing Steffes Cole said that was true was that you do not date strippers. But I would take this even further because you gotta understand when when the fathers left the home, the black man was left up to the mother to know what a woman that he should spend the rest of his life for looks like, acts like, treats him. And she's a woman is never going to tell you the truth about other women. Rarely is a woman gonna ever tell you the truth about another woman because she feels like I don't know, I think she feels like she's giving up some information that she may try to use or she can't be accountable for herself. But you should not date seriously any woman that has had sex for money or has a very uh, revealing style. It's the reason why the Bible says when you find a wife, you find a good thing, because there's so many bad women that when you actually find a wife, you actually find something good. And you cannot find a good woman once she has gone bad. Like Jay-Z said, once a good girl's gone bad, she's gone forever. Because she cannot it's like you became a when a woman gets in her 20s and she's living the whole the fast lifestyle and she's getting exposed to all this money and these men who are uh, just giving her the feelings that she can't get at 40 or 50 and 60 or even 30. She looks back at those days and she says, damn, I remember this one time. Just like if you played basketball and you was at your height of your basketball, you play soccer or you play baseball or you play football and you were at the height of your peak performance in your 20s and you look back and you say, man, I remember this time I beat this person in a game, or man, I remember this time, that football game went down to the wire, or yeah, man, I remember this time, I scored, and everybody went crazy. A woman does that with men. She does that with the lifestyle. So her being with you in the long run, you will never know. But even Joe and Case have a song about it called Faded Pictures, where she's looking at a picture and she's wishing and she's yearning, and that feeling inside her, she wishes she could feel again, because a woman loves to feel, and she loves her uh her serotonin, her dopamine to hit hard every time. And she can't go on to the next without that same hit coming back again. No woman settles. No woman settles. A woman only pretends to settle. No woman settles, and no woman makes up she doesn't make a change in her life. once she has gone into the lifestyle of, partying every night, doing whatever she wants, sleeping with the men she wants, uh, dressing how she wants, uh, using her body how she wants, uh, tattooing her body, earrings, all these piercings. No woman just says, you know what, all of that was a pastime for me. Now I'm on this time. This is me now. No woman does that. A woman only, when she says that, she only is suppressing. She's only suppressing those feelings so she can stop trying to go out and seek those type of people or that type of lifestyle. She will never ever forget those feelings. Just like you will never ever forget that time you and your friend just, I mean, had a greatest time ever. A woman lives like that in her 20s. She lives 10 times that. She has so many greatest times. And this is why women get together and they laugh, and sometimes what they're talking about is not even funny, but they're just loving the time of being young and being sexy and being hot. And when she is over with that time of being young and sexy and hot, what does she do? She says, okay, I'm done with that. And that's how that woman is going to be in a marriage today. When she's young, when she's over with your what you give her in the mind, she's not going to tell you. She's going to suppress it. And eventually she's going to say, you know what, I'm over this guy. And it's a hard truth. It's a hard truth. And that's what Cardi B. Well, let me tell the other side of the story real quick. So the other side of the story is, you as a man intrinsically is gonna find that out. Your nature is gonna find that out after dating this woman for 1, 2, maybe I say 3 years, 3 or 4 years max. You're gonna find this out, but you're not gonna want to believe it because you've invested 3 to 4 years in this woman. You've invested time in this woman. You've invested events and plannings and money and emotions and sex and understanding and attention. People have seen you together. You don't just want to just throw it away. But eventually she reveals this to you, and it might be, her cat. It might be, when after having sex for a long time, it might be that it gets too loose after a while, or it's not as good anymore, or that you just don't want to, you don't see her as a person that has this personality that you saw at first, because she never had it. It was never there. It was a facade, and the facade worked. So you as a man, you don't want to just leave her as it worked on you. You feel played. And Cardi B played Offset, and she played him well, because a woman like that knows men. He felt high when he was with her. He felt amazing. And at the peak of his amazingness, she knew how to get him. Either marry her or have kids with her, or be so much in the limelight with him to where it's hard for him to break break up with her without it looking bad on his part, because no one is going to ever blame the woman. No one is ever going to blame the woman for the breakup. Rarely is a person going to blame the woman for the breakup. They're always going to blame the man, especially if she has kids. And Offset fell for this. He fell for it, and he's paying the price for it. But it another thing about men is men truly care about what's happening. Offset doesn't want to let go. He truly doesn't want to let go. But inside him, he knows that there's there is nothing there. There is nothing there because she now I'm gonna give Cardi B her flowers. She does have a dope personality, but she's still a very, very promiscuous woman. She's played that lifestyle so long that she got bored. And he got bored after she shown himself to her. He was like trying to find a way out. He couldn't find a way out. He started cheating. Why would you cheat on Cardi B? All the things that you both got a lot of wealth. She can get her body fixed. She can look better than every woman in the world. She looks good with the surgery and everything. She even has uh uh hit record. I mean, she's just dope. But what he knows intrinsically as a man is that this girl is not the girl that she portrayed herself to be, and I'm no longer attracted to her like I was when I was at that high point of having her. I don't even like the conversation anymore. The conversation isn't all that. I don't even sometimes he probably saw her as nasty, or he saw her as undesirable, but the major part is that he had to find a way out, and there was no way out. And that's what a lot of relationships have today, is this high, and then once it comes down, you realize that everything about this person was a facade for whatever they wanted in life. The genuineness, or being genuine is no longer a factor in relationships today. You know, the first thing you're doing is you're paying for it by going out. You're you're not getting into the deep conversations. If you get into some deep conversations early, and then you let them go, and then you just let the relationship work, that relationship is going to grow healthy because you've already got the stuff out the way that they can't change from. So once they show you that, you can end it that much easier if they go against what they say they're deeply passionate about. There's rarely relationships that go in that space, because the what's going to happen with Cardi B, and well, it's already happening. You know, they're going with other people now, but it's purely sex. Like they don't want anything that is going to hurt them, or they're scared to uh they're scared to actually bring their life in with the other person. So what they do is they glamorize the sexuality of the relationship. And I mean, as a man, you can never do that like a woman can. You can never do that like one man. Who she sleeps with, unless you get and marry right after the relationship ends, which most men don't do because you've invested so much. Unless you get with the top woman in the game, the top woman. I mean, you have to seriously level up. She can sleep with a loser, and that loser is he's deemed better than you. You're the loser now. You're the no matter what. You're the guy that lost. You're the L. You took the L. It doesn't matter. But either way, even if you do level up, um, even if she does date a loser or she dates a guy, she levels up, you still wasted time and years with someone where if you would have done the if you would have made the proper way of courting someone or dating someone in the first place, you could have either ended it early or it would have been a successful relationship. But no one wants to take those odds. And that's what I mean, like when a lot of guys, glamorize, a girl with, just a huge ass and just, this exotic, it's not really exotic, but this stripper style. What what they're setting themselves up for is similar to dating a prostitute because it's she's body language says it all. What you put on says it says a lot. And if she does that without your authority, why would she say with your authority it's going to be a different case? It doesn't matter how well off you are, or how good you are. She already has her persona. She's built it brick by brick, as they say. But you're not. It's narcissistic for you to come in and think that because you're you should be able to change how she is to however many years she's been being who she is. She's I always say if someone was going dribbling with their left hand, dribbling a ball with their left hand for 18 years, it's going to take another 18 years for them to learn how to dribble with their right hand, or at least half of those years, to learn how to dribble decently with their right hand. So, I mean, the start of relationships, I don't think due to social media and due to the the ego that it has in America, that you have in America, that Americans have from one to another, I don't think they can ever go deep enough. Rarely they can, but majority of relationships I don't think can go deep enough to last 20 to 30 years. That's I mean that's one of the most difficult things to do in life. But it does happen in other countries, and like I encourage you to travel to other countries so that you can experience some genuineness about the opposite sex when you're trying to court or when you're trying to date, because it will, even if you don't want to live in those countries, it will help you weave out who you don't want and who you want in your life here in America. Got it? The historian.